that solo from Let It Be that George Harrison played, in fact, both solos, the solo from the single Let It Be and the solo from the album Let It Be, the only difference between those two songs are the solo. Both of those solos use what's called box shapes, something that George Harrison used quite a bit. And basically what it is noticing how different shapes repeat up the neck. And I'm going to show you those right now. The previous lesson I did was on the 5 pentatonic shapes. And if you saw that, and if you know those, you basically have 90% of the information you're going to need to be able to play these box shapes. The whole thing about them is they're just a part of different pentatonic shapes, but they all have the same little shape on, the little 4-note shape, and it's fairly easy to memorize them. And what they're really good at helping you get up the neck diagonally or down the neck diagonally, so as you're going higher, you're also going up the fretboard, and that's a good tool to have. There are 5 of these box shapes, just like there are 5 pentatonic scales. And basically they start with the bottom 4 notes of every one of the pentatonic scales and go from there. So I'm gonna zoom in and I'm gonna show you how they're done. Here we go. So as we go through these 5 shapes, I think you'll see why I chose my Gibson SG for this lesson. So let's start with the first shape. Now I'm calling, they're just arbitrary numbers. This is going to be box number 1, and it's the one I just played that George Harrison used. And we're going to start with the bottom 4 notes of the pentatonic number 5 scale. So if you remember from the previous lesson, that was the pentatonic number 5. If you take the bottom 4 notes, the bottom 2 strings, you can use your 1st and 3rd finger. And then what we're going to do every single time, that's what makes this so easy, is we're going to go, in this case, for the next shape, we're going to go up 2 frets and 2 strings. And then we're going to go up 3 frets and 2 strings. Every single time. So this is, I'm calling this box 1. It's not official, it's just what I'm calling it for reference. And the nice thing is you've got a C there, because we're in the key of C or A minor. So you've got a nice landing note there for C. And you've also got an A note if you're playing in like a blues thing, or if you're playing like an A minor vamp. Okay, so I'm at the 3rd fret, going 3, 5, 3, 5, then I move up to the 5th fret and go 5, 7, 5, 7, and then I move up to the 8th fret and go 8, 10, 8, 10. You could use that note there, the E right there, the 7th fret, to slide up to that next shape up the fretboard. And not all of the box shapes will have a convenient note like that, but okay, we're going to go up the fretboard, and so now we're going to take the bottom 4 notes of the pentatonic number 1 scale, which is 5, 8, 5, 7, or 1st finger, 4th finger, 1st finger, 3rd finger. And then we're going to do that same, go up 2 frets, 2 strings, and do the same thing there. So I'm going to be 7, 10, 7, 8, or 7, 9, sorry. And you'll notice again, this is the bottom 2 strings of the pentatonic number 1, and then we're moving up to the middle 2 strings of pentatonic number 2. And there's pentatonic number 2, and there are the middle 2 strings there. And then we go up 3 frets and 2 strings. And we've got it right there, the same exact shape. So if that feels good to your hand, this should feel good to your hand, and this should feel good to your hand. And I like it also because we've got an A here, we've got a C, so we got a nice We got a nice couple notes to resolve to. The A for blues, kind of plain, or the C if we want. We've got some nice notes there. And then this last one is the top two strings of pentatonic number 3, which is normally a pentatonic that we don't really like very well, but that little snippet of it's not bad. And if I want to add that blues note, it's right there, easy to grab. So box number 3 is going to be the bottom two strings of pentatonic number 2. Okay, and that's C, D, E, G. But that's a second finger, fourth finger, first finger, fourth finger, or fret-wise in this key, we're going to be 8, 10, 7, 10. And then we're going to go up 2 frets and 2 strings. And that's the middle of pentatonic number 3. And then we're going to do the same thing, go 3 frets and 2 strings. And that's going to be the top of pentatonic number 4. And we do have a note we can slide to there as well. We can slide up to that A. But yeah, you only have to really remember this one shape and then just, again, just clone it up the neck. And then it's also, like I said, great for descending down the fretboard. Okay, you can really start to see why I chose the Gibson SG for this lesson. I was kind of a late bloomer to the Gibson SG party, but I really like it. It's got great access to the higher frets. Great for playing high and slide. Okay, so the next shape I'm calling box number 4. Is the same as the box number 1. So we just have 1, 3, 1, 3. We're going to be at the 10th fret, 12th fret, 10th fret, 12th fret. And then we can repeat that. And then, okay? And so what this is the bottom of pentatonic number 3, the middle of pentatonic number 4, and the top of pentatonic number 5. And the nice thing is it ends on an A. So it's a, if you're in a blues kind of context, you've got a nice root note there. And then, as if you want, you could slide up to that C note, or you could get that C note there. So you check this out. So I'm using that C note as a transition between the boxes, because that C note is not in here unless you add it. So we have 10, 12, 10, 12, 12, 14, 12, 14, up 3 frets and 2 strings, 15, 17, 15, 17. Box number 5, it's going to start the bottom 2 strings of pentatonic number 4. So we're going to be 12, 15, 12, 15, or 1, 4, 1, 4 finger wise. It's getting pretty small up here, so you could use 1, 3, 1, 3 if you wanted to. And then the next shape, go up 2 frets and 2 strings, do it again. And then go up 3 frets and 2 strings. And we end up on the top 2 strings of pentatonic number 1. So any lick you can do on any one of those shapes, you can do to the others. Like, and I've got an A there, which is nice for the blues. Or I've got the C there, if I want to play some over a pretty C progression, So there it is. Okay, so let me give you the frets again. 12, 15, 12, 15, then we give
14, 17, 14, 17, and then 17, 20, 17, 20. So if you're playing this on acoustic, I apologize.
Hopefully this was helpful, and I think this information really piggybacks well on the previous video I did on the 5 pentatonic shapes. So between those two skills and groups of shapes, you've got a good start on how to start to solo. And remember, all of these shapes are modulatable. Is that a word? We can modulate them. We can move them up and down the fretboard. So that, you know, if for some reason you want to play Let It Be in C sharp, you just move everything up a fret. Or in D. Or in E flat. So basically, every time you learn a box shape, you've really learned 12 different ones if you modulate them. Also, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Every Monday I'm live, and that'll send you a notification that you can join us. And then also I'm dropping maybe a video once a week or every other week, so it's not like you're going to get a lot of notifications. I won't be doing a video every day, so it shouldn't bother you too much. But thank you so much for watching, and I will continue this thread a little bit. We'll come up with some more lessons in Soloing 101. Okay, God bless you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.